Hello, pilgrims and part-timers. My name is TV Skyn, and welcome back to Final Fantasy X, where we have cleared Jose Temple. And now, it is about time to move on with things, as it were.
We're leaving once Yuna gets here.
No matter how dark the night, morning always comes. And our journey begins anew.
I love you.
And our journey...
Donna has left. Isaru too.
And again, little monkey creatures. They really like Auron.
Get ready for the journey ahead.
Which is such a lovely detail. You'll find out why they like him later.
I'm going back to Besaid. With Luzu gone.
Yeah. It'd be hard fighting alone, wouldn't it?
Most of the other Crusaders have already left. I'll go soon.
Poor kid. Quoi? He's still pining for.
She was working until dawn, healing the wounded, sending the fallen.
Okay. I guess I'll just let her sleep for now, then. Ah. Morning.
What? Morning?
Don't worry.
But it's morning. I'm so sorry. I'll get ready right away. Just a moment.
Don't worry. It's okay.
Yo, sleepyhead.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Really, there's no rush. Here, your hair.
A summoner with bad hair. What's the world coming to?
You could have woken me up. We called to you, but with all that snoring. What is it today? Everyone's picking on me. You too, Sir Auron?
Once Lady Yuna fixes her hair, we leave.
I hadn't really laughed like that in a long time. It was only later that I realized. The only one really laughing then was me. Laughing must have been the only thing keeping them going.
So, when you have an event like the disaster of Operation Mihen, there's kind of two things you can do in a story. It can either be the defining event, that the entire rest of the story is ultimately, like, everything else can be about that horrible thing, or you kind of have to find a way to move on from it, like, not dwell on it for too long, because the longer you dwell on it, the more questions you have to start to ask about, like, oh, how does this affect the characters in the story? How does it affect their mindset? How are they feeling? They choose the latter, which is why directly after Operation Mihen, like, the story tries very hard with the Jose section to lighten the mood a little bit, a little comic relief, a little bit more lighthearted. It's like, oh, we're all over that now. You can stop thinking about, like, the thousands of people that they just saw die, and we can move on with things. And it's kind of, you kind of have to, because what the hell else, like, otherwise this becomes the crux of the story, and it can't be, because there's more tragedy still to come. You can't defeat sin with Machina. Summoners are our only hope. Yevon's teachings are the way. The Crusaders were fools for defying them. Here, take this. I don't need it anymore. Thank you, Halbert. The Crusaders deeply regret their actions. I believe it is time to put the past behind us and forgive them. Yevon shall forgive those who seek redemption. Should you need a place to recuperate, please return. You are always welcome here. The Crusaders have fallen apart, so I'm gonna help out with guard duty here at the temple for a while. That's the least I could do to repay them for taking us in. I beat myself up all night for taking part in that disastrous operation. Then a monk told me that if I had time for remorse, I should spend it praying. He's right. It's my duty to pray for my departed men. The monk gave me this, but I think you should have it. Potions, thank you.
Off so early? Lady Yuna, you must be exhausted after working so hard last night. Will you be okay?
I feel that I have rested enough, but thank you for your kindness. Will you be leaving too?
Yes. First we cross the Moonflow, and then we head north in search of chocobos to replace those we have lost.
Once we find chocobos, our mounted forces will ride again.
Huh? Aren't you missing someone?
Captain! Wait for me!
What took you so long? We're leaving.
You expect me to keep up with a chocobo?
Lady Yuna, I wish you good fortune. Elma, Klasko, let's go.
Ma'am,
Hey, can I just rest a sec?
no complaints.
Maybe you should just take off that giant metal armor you're wearing, kiddo. Just saying. Maybe that'll make the running a little easier.
Where to next?
We cross the Moonflow.
Gotcha. Moonflow, baby, here we come.
Da-da-da. Time for random encounters again. It's not much of a wound. I should be able to go on, but I can't. The mission fails. I can't even walk. What did I do to deserve this? We've always fought side by side. Now we go back home together. We're leaving the Crusaders. Why fight? We know we can't win. Oh no! She has betrayed us! No, don't worry. It's just, an Ochu. Right. Oren, if you would just swap out for a sec. Schmack. And Lulu, I'll need you to kill it, but just a sec.
Go, go, go!
Thank you. See, these guys are a little bit more problematic.
Summoner Yuna, ready.
Let's see.
There we go. It's Oren. Everybody has been a turn.
So you need someone with magic skills.
And now we just beat it with fire until it wakes up, at which point we'll have Waka put it back to sleep. Really wish that would have hit.
Training, huh?
So use delay attack there, which delays the monster's turn just a little bit, just enough for Waka to get another hit in and keep the bastard asleep. And because magic, for some reason, being set on fire doesn't wake people up in this game, or monsters rather, we can finish it off with Lulu with no trouble. The trouble with Ochu is that they can do a massive status attack, and they do poison with their physical attacks, and they're just more trouble than they're worth.
Good day, everyone. You can all learn a lesson from what has happened to the Crusaders. Only the truly faithful have a hope of defeating sin. I'm thinking of going to Guado Salam. I have not spoken with a Guado for some time.
But yeah, anyway, the thing you see pretty clearly is that the point of all this, from Yevon's perspective, was to reinforce that they and they alone...
Not again!
Think of it as training.
...have the monopoly of, like, dealing with sin. Of, like, determining how that beast should be handled, how the concept of sin should be handled, and it's with faithfulness to Yevon and the precepts. Which, you know, as you can imagine, very much part of the makeup of the story. Treasure chest, treasure chest. There you go. Oh, and by the way, there's one more treasure chest. If you go all the way back, oh god, to the beach,
Everyone, look sharp.
where the battle happened. If you go all the way back, then there is a treasure chest there that you can get. Which it's not worth it though. It's pretty much just like this. I think it's some softs or something that's in it, but it is there. You can go back and get it if you really want to. Hey, they look familiar. Oh, come on! Yeah, there it is. Okay. You haven't learned slow yet, have you? No. Okay. Titus, you just run away for a sec. How about we show off that new Aeon? Lightning Horse!
My name's Yuna. Pleased to meet you.
So, he's not the element that the thing is vulnerable to, but I don't really care right now. With a little luck. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, how much health does it have left? 4,000. Okay, let's wear it down a little more with... Because if I use my over... Oh, no, it does. There it goes. And you can see Ixion's completely immune to all of that nonsense. But you can see if I use my overdrive right now, it's going to get 3 turns, which could be enough, like, to just straight up kill Ixion. So I need to be a little judicious about making sure that I get the kill with that overdrive. Yeah, there we go. And it's that little blue guy again.
Look! One of Kimari's friends looks just like him.
What?
Both follow summoners on all 4s. Hornless goatlings. Hornless! Hornless!
Wow, just rapier wit.
Kimari. Wrong. We come to warn little Kimari. Summoners disappear. Never return. Next will be Kimari's summoner. Poor Kimari lost his horn. Next lose his summoner. Pitiful Kimari. Howl alone. Howl alone.
Yeah, you
Those
better keep
two,
running.
Got something against you? What? They were just picking on you?
Kimari will deal with them.
And I'll help.
Kimari alone.
But,
It's Kimari's problem. You can't interfere. It's a rule.
I'm worried.
Let the Ronso deal with Ronso problems, yeah? That's how it's always been.
Tradition.
I mean, I'm worried about those summoners disappearing.
They aren't just disappearing into thin air.
hey, if we Guardians do our job, no problem, right?
Oh.
Confident.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Instantly. Into a battle we go.
Yeah.
By the way, the voice lines, the
Told ya.
little combat start and end, and like when they run into combat and join the fight voice lines, those decrease in frequency as the game goes on. By the end of the game, they barely say anything anymore. Which I've never been sure if that was like a program behavior to avoid them getting tedious.
There were fewer fiends in my time.
Oh, really?
I've never been sure if that was like a thing specifically designed to
Sorry, maybe next time.
to make them not annoying, or whether they just whether it's part of the storytelling that they want to kind of communicate that as time goes on, you know, they feel less and less of a need to talk, or they get less and less communicative, or maybe the weight of the quest bears down on them more and more. It could be a number of things. Yeah, right. This is the Tusanakrant melody. In case you didn't recognize it. And that melody shows up...
Fight.
Yeah. That melody shows up over and over and over again in the game as a leitmotif for the whole thing. Oh, god damn it. Okay, it's not the worst ones. But I do need to echo screen Lulu so she can actually cast spells. And I do love the detail that she gets the item out from her cleavage. I mean, that's just delightful. Oh, Kimari is confused. That's not great.
Sit back and watch.
Fortunately, he is also blinded, so he probably won't be able to hit anyone. Including himself. I hate Ochu so much. Fortunately, status changes do not carry over from battle to battle, which is something I appreciate. Like, I've always disliked that in Final Fantasy games because it's just such a... It's such a punishment for no good reason. Like, because, like, I feel like it's in the context of a role-playing game, it's okay to assume that, oh yeah, after the fight, they probably just healed those things because they have the items that heal those things, so, like, you might as well just assume that that's what happens. And Tidus is finally about to have slow. Which is good because there's a very useful spell against a number of enemies and bosses. Oh my god! That should do the trick. Yeah, that works.
We meet again. I heard you took part in Operation Mihin. You've seen that Machina aren't the answer. In the end, only summoners can hope to defeat Sin.
You are right. I must train harder.
I can help with that, if you like. I propose a contest of aeons. A friendly contest, of course.
I'm ready.
Of course.
That's the spirit. But before we begin, I have healed your aeons. Well, shall we?
So, she's gonna summon Ixion. And that's very much gonna be the pattern with Belgamina. Every time we encounter her, she's gonna have whatever Aeon we most recently earned. Well, except for one time, but you'll see.
Call whichever Aeon you want.
And for the purposes of this, Ifrit is probably our best bet. Pokemon battle time! He doesn't have type advantage, but, you know. Meteor Strike, is that worth it? Let's give it a shot. Not super worth it.
Don't
Especially.
hold anything back. Show me what you've learned.
Especially if it allows that thing to get an extra turn. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's do this instead. Nice. Let's get that overdrive ready. Sweet. And there's Arrow Spark. The thing about that attack when Ixion uses it, when I use it with Ixion, is that it dispels all beneficial effects on the enemy, which is a lovely thing. Okay, I'll just hit it a couple more times. Or not. It's time for Hellfire. If it's not low enough on health, I'm losing. Uh-oh. See, now he casts haste on himself. And the thing you'll notice is that this Ixion used haste. How is it that it may use magic that Yuna's Ixion cannot? Select abilities in the Aeons menu to find a list of new abilities your Aeons can learn. For example, if you teach Valifor the ability Cure, it can heal as well as fight. But for now, Ifrit is gonna get its ass kicked, and I'm gonna have to summon Valifor to finish this. Ow. As it punches Yuna in the face. Very rude, very mean. How very dare you? It had so little health left. Oh, man. Fair enough. Fine.
Stop. That is enough.
Ifrit was so close.
You're good. You bested me fairly. Here, your prize. Go on, take it.
Dragon Scales and Summoner's Soul. Possessing the Summoner's Soul allows Aeons to learn abilities by expending items. Select abilities, then select an Aeon. A list of available abilities will appear. The item cost for each ability is also displayed at the top right of the screen. On the left is the amount of items currently in stock. On the right is the amount of items left after the ability is learned. Items are spent when Aeons learn abilities. Abilities that have already been learned, and abilities for which there are insufficient items are displayed in gray. Anyways, just skip through that. Spend items, get spells. Yay!
I look forward to meeting you again. Till next time, Yuna.
So, this is one of the ways in which you can raise Aeons to be, like, more effective than they otherwise would be. Because, like, Valifor starts out with, like, the 4 elemental spells, and that's it. Like, that's pretty much all Valifor can do. which is a little weak, and like that's not really useful for the duration of the game. Hence, this menu right here, and a later one that we'll also get, where you can directly increase their stats. Like, you can directly make them stronger in various ways. But for the moment, I'm going to teach... Yeah, I'm going to teach Water out of Valifor, actually. Because they need a more powerful ability to attack the most. Valifor is the weakest Aeon, sort of by default. It can become quite powerful if you raise it, though. There we go. And treasure chest. Magic defense sphere. Lovely.
I should have slept in this morning.
Yeah. Agreed, Titus.
No worries.
Gotta say, I did forget how high the encounter rate is in this game. I'll be honest. I don't mind it so much, mind you. There we go. God, there's a lot of Ochu here. Were there always this many Ochu? Probably, I'm just misremembering. I used to remember it was a little difficult to encounter them here, but I'm probably wrong.
Whoa!
This is the Moonflow.
These are moon lilies. They say that clouds of fireflies gather here when night falls.
The entire river glows like a sea of stars.
Really?
Hey, I got an idea.
We're not waiting till nightfall.
Accidentally had the audio turned down quite low.
Then, once we beat Sin, we're coming back.
Everyone seemed to dislike that idea. I wonder what it is about the Moonflow that makes them uncomfortable, If that.
Hey, we better hurry or we'll miss the shoe puff.
Shoe puff? That's some kind of boat? Whoa! What the? Whoa!
Say hello to the shoe puff.
This is a shoe puff.
Whoa! Let's ride! Come on, let's go!
All right. We board soon as we ready, huh?
The shoe puff.
Oh, Walker, at your service.
Yes. Give me stuff.
Shoe puffs! I haven't ridden one in so long.
Here's another pre-rendered
You've
background.
been on one of these?
Well, just once. 10 years ago, with Kimari. Remember?
Shoepuff shook, Yuna fall in water. Shoepuff scoop up Yuna with long nose. Yuna jump in 3 more times for fun. Kimari worried.
Whoops.
Yuna had fun. Kimari happy.
I lived in the city of Bevel until 10 years ago. I moved to Besaid after my father defeated Sin. Kimari was with me the whole way.
Bevel?
It's the biggest city in Spira. The main temple of Yevon is there. Come on, let's get on the Shoepuff.
Biran is troublemaker, but Ronso do not lie. Summoners disappearing, that was not lie.
Right. I'll be careful.
Smells like oil.
Let's see. Got any armor, actually? It's pretty expensive, but if they have something I could use... Not especially. How about you? Riding the Shoepuff is free because the temple pays for it, yeah.
No, I don't think so. It's bad idea, yes.
Please, we beg of you.
Impossible! Impossible!
What's wrong?
This guy won't let our chocobo on the Shoepuff.
Ah, it is kind of big.
It's just not fair.
He does have a point, though.
So what? We just leave him behind?
Hey, I didn't say that. Just...
It is no good. We will have to find another way. We will find a ford where we can cross on foot.
Yes, Captain Sir.
But that'll take days.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Oh, boy.
That's our captain.
Yeah.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Those words stayed with me. I wonder how Captain Lucille is doing.
How indeed.
10 years ago,
Ah, a history lesson?
Jack saw his first Shoepuff here. Surprised, he drew his blade and struck it.
Why?
He was drunk, thought it was a fiend.
Oh, brother.
We offered all the money we had as an apology. Jecht never drank again. But it would seem that Shoepuff still works here. Even after 10 years, Spira hasn't changed. Truly, the place seems to resist change.
Well,
it
isn't
would
that
take
interesting?
something unusual.
There have been reports of Albet sightings in this area. Stay alert and keep your guard up at all times. Hey there, if you don't buy anything from me, you'll regret it! I don't think I will, but let me have a look. Just some wards, don't really.
Dangerous when Shoepuff's close. Wants to be smushed? You say our Machina violate the teachings, eh? Nonsense! These Machina have Yevon's approval. Don't mix them up with the forbidden ones, got it?
Rides the Shoepuff?
Ooh, not yet, not yet.
Shoepuff's waiting.
Need to talk to people. And save. It's not bad, actually. It's a long time to wait till the Shoepuff has limited capacity, but summoners get priority since they need to get on their way to Samarkand. Careful where you shop. This area is full of cunning merchants.
Would you like to hear a bit about the wondrous shoe puff?
Oh boy, would I ever, Machen.
Very well. There are many things we do not know about the shoe puff. For example, what does it eat? It eats nothing. The water it sucks through its schnoz somehow supports its considerable size. Some theorize it eats teeny-weeny, waterborne organisms. And that, as they say, is that. Perhaps you'd like to hear a bit about the Hypello,
Oh, yes.
The shoe puff handlers belong to a race of water dwellers known as the Hypello. They may be slow on land, but in the water they're quick as silvery fish. You'd think they'd make admirable players of blitzball. But their lackadaisical disposition draws them to less strenuous pastimes.
That seems a little essentialist.
And that, as they say, is that. I believe I've said all there is to say.
Oh, you'll have plenty more to say later, Machen, I remember. I was going to return to Bevel after the tournament in Lucca, but the Crusaders blocked the roads and I couldn't get through. My plans are ruined. Now what am I supposed to do?
Riding a shoe puff isn't that much fun.
How little you know. Some things little boys never grow out of. Right?
The merchants here are wily. Pick your shop well.
Let the driver know when you're ready.
So we save.
Rides the shoe puff?
Oh, yes.
All aboard? Shoe puff launching.
It's such a good creature, the shoe puff.
Hey.
Huh?
Take a look.
What? Whoa! A sunken city.
A Machina city, 1,000 years old. They built the city on top of bridges across a river.
But the weight of the city caused the bridges to collapse, and it all sank to the bottom.
Right, it's a good lesson.
A lesson?
Yeah. Why build a city over a river, yeah?
Well, it would be convenient with all that water there.
Nope, that's not why. They just wanted to prove they could defy the laws of nature.
I'm not so sure about that.
Yevon has taught us. When humans have power, they seek to use it. If you don't stop them, they go too far, yeah?
Yeah, but don't you use Machina too? Like the stadium and stuff, right?
Yevon, it decides which Machina we may use and which we may not.
So what kind of Machina may we not use then?
Remember Operation Mihen? That kind.
Or war will rage again.
War?
More than 1,000 years ago, mankind waged war using Machina to kill.
They kept building more and more powerful Machina.
They made weapons so powerful, it was thought they could destroy the entire world.
What a silly
People
fantasy.
feared that Spira would be destroyed.
That would never happen in real life.
But the war did not stop.
What happened then?
Sin came, and it destroyed the cities and their Machina.
The war ended, And our reward was sin.
So, sin's our punishment for letting things get out of hand, eh?
Man, that's rough.
Yeah, it is.
But it's not like the Machina are bad.
Only as bad as their users.
It's because of people like the Albed screwing everything up.
What could that be?
Sit down.
Sorry.
Hey, speak of the marginalized minority.
Yuna, we'll save you!
Recognize that machine? We've already had a fight with it once before. Back in Luca. And you notice how it's being held together? Like with those giant streamers of like... what essentially looks like oversized duct tape because we took it apart last time. I always thought it was a nice detail. Really wish I had slow spells right now, but oh well, we'll make do. It cannot be put to sleep, but I believe I can cause it to be blinded. Nope, not even that. Fine. Haste it is. And it is certainly immune to... like, machines can never be put to sleep. That's one of the rules of the game. So, let's just have Tidus increase people's strength and defense. Because that guy is about to do a thing.
Readying depth charges. Depth charges? That sounds bad.
I think we can take it. And that should make 5 cheers, which is about as much as I can increase my stats with that. Schmack. Does that get him back down? Yes, good. The Extractor. Vulnerable to lightning, but that doesn't help us right now. If I had a weapon with lightning strike, I could utilize it, but I rarely bother with elemental weapons if I can help it. Just because, like, they are so circumstantial in being useful or not. Boom, there we go. It's not a very tough boss because it's balanced around only having 2 characters to fight it with. Hey, Mega Phoenix. Nice.
Are you hurt?
No, I'm fine.
Those Albed.
Is everybody okay?
I'm sorry. We're all okay now.
Yuna.
Super full speed ahead.
Damn the Albed! What do they want from us? Could it have something to do with Luca? What are they after Yuna for? Wait, they're mad they lost the tournament. Oh wait, they're mad about Operation Mihen.
I wonder. Didn't Kamari's clansmen say something about summoners disappearing?
So the Albed are behind that. Those sand-blasted grease monkeys.
Waka, Jesus Christ.
Hey, Hey, Waka.
And again, right there, and you can go back and watch this in the episode, a lovely little bit of subtle character animation on Tidus, where he like mostly sits still, but you can see his eyebrows and his eyes like swinging left and right, and he's like taking in the tension of like, yeah, Yuna's half Albed, so this is probably a like you can see him make the decision to do this.
It's no use complaining about the Albed now, right? We'll protect Yuna from anyone, anywhere. It's that easy. That's all I need to know.
Well, I guess so.
You're right.
Just again, like there's so many little like things that would become standard in AAA games over time, but really weren't at the time. Like that level of character animation really wasn't like the standard. It wasn't usual. There we go. Tidus has slow now, which is really good.
So, that's Lady Yuna. Huh. No wonder. I can see why the Albed would go after someone like Lady Yuna.
Kimari fail as guardian on Shupov. Kimari never fail again.
Might be more out bed. Keep watch, yeah?
Looks like we're stuck here for a while.
With a summoner like you on our side, no need to fear sin. How about seeing Lord Braskan got us alarm? I hope it's to celebrate Lady Yuna's calm while I'm still alive.
How about blah, 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 blah. Yeah, they do go on. We have other things to do. Seems you destroyed the Albed's Machina. That's some dedication. You'll receive a blessing from Yevon. It'll be necessary to strengthen security so that the Albed won't get their way anymore.
Shopov sleeping? Wait until Shopov wake up?
Oh, Waka.
What you got, Waka? Absolute bugger all. Okay.
I thought I was lucky not to run into any wily merchants on this side of the shore, but I ended up buying something from that man over there. She didn't jerk my daughter, but I just saw her again for the first time in 5 years. That Quad Shalom place was amazing.
Guard Yuna.
Nah. Should I stay a Crusader, or follow a different path? I wanted to discuss this with someone on the far plane, but maybe I shouldn't. It's my future, so I need to make my own decisions. I sensed that Lady Yuna was here. I can feel the warmth of the people. The descendant of a high summoner and loved by everyone. Yuna embodies perfection. This is the situation at hand. You shall understand soon. That seems ominous.
Guadusalam is up ahead, but the path is infested with fiends. Make all necessary preparations before departing. It is my duty to ensure the safety of visitors to Guadusalam. Thank you.
Oh, hey. That looks familiar.
You're not dead? Huh?
And then they have to do this. Like honestly. It just skeeves me out a little bit, because, like, Riku's, like, supposed to be 16.
Thought I was done for back there.
Riku! You're Riku! Hey! You're okay! How you been?
Terrible.
Yeah, you don't look so good. What happened?
You beat me up, remember?
Huh? Oh, that Machina? That was you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that really hurt, you know. You big meanie.
Wait, but you attacked us.
Nuh-uh. It's not exactly what you think.
Yo!
Uh-oh.
Friend of yours.
And you could say that.
Pleased to meet ya. I'm Riku.
Yuna, Lulu, I told you about her, remember? She was the one who helped me before I was washed up on Besaid. She's an Albed.
Wow, so you like all your life. What luck meeting here, huh? Praise be to Yevon. So, Riku, you look a little beat up. You okay?
Waka.
Huh? What?
There's something we need to discuss.
Oh, go ahead.
Girls only. Boys, please wait over there.
Right. Sorry, Waka.
Huh? What? Ah.
Sir Orin, I would like Riku to be my guardian.
That was fast.
Show me your face.
Huh?
Look at me.
Oh, okay.
Open your eyes. As I thought.
Spiral irises.
No good?
Are you certain?
100%. So, anyway, can I?
If Yuna wishes it.
Yes, I do.
Riku's a good girl. She helped me a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm for it. The more the merrier.
Righto. Then I'll just have to be the merriest.
It was strange. Even though Waka had always hated the Albed,
Riku, at your service.
he never realized Riku was one of them.
Yeah, it's funny how that works, right? It's almost as though, like, racial distinctions are entirely constructed socially, and just, like, a means to divide people into in-groups and out-groups that can then be mobilized against each other by the interests of capital, or in case of this particular video game, the interests of organized religion, which sometimes happen to be exactly the same thing, weirdly. I don't know, it's funny how that happens, but I don't know, I'm just theorizing out loud, I'm just saying words, they don't mean anything, and no one needs to put any stock into what I have to say, ever. But if you enjoyed this particular episode of Final Fantasy X, because I think this is a good place to cut it off, in the next episode we'll see exactly how Riku fights and what the deal is with her. Well, hit the like, comment, and or subscribe buttons down below to make the numbers on the YouTube thing algorithm go up, which makes number happy good. Because it helps us out. That's why YouTubers keep asking. It's just like that little like once you finish watching a video. It's a good help. Outside of that, I have a Patreon, I have a merchandise store, I have a tip jar. You can use them if you want to, and if you don't want to, that's fine as well. Also memberships. Memberships are available on this particular channel if you want them. They're $1 a month. They also, like, it's that thing of, like, $1 membership fee or donation or whatever. It's, like, the same as thousands of views on a video, so, like, it makes an outsized impact. So if you want to do that... besides that, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to wash your hands, and if you need to go outside, do everybody around you a favor and wear a mask.